Vienna, Austria. A city proud of its rich history and culture, famous for classical music and its low crime rate. More than 14 million tourists visit the city each year and enjoy its famous sights and sophisticated vibe. Vienna was seen as highly unlikely to be linked to any worldwide criminal case. However, in 2012 this was about to change when the disappearance of Susan Myers linked Vienna to one of the most prolific serial killers in history, known only by his alias, Brandon. On May 12, 2012, 20-year-old cam girl Susan Myers was last seen in front of a tattoo studio in Vienna's 4th district. Minutes later she vanished into thin air. However, there is evidence linking her disappearance to the Brandon cases. Also, the brother's victim did not believe in his sister disappearing intentionally or committing suicide.
I know my sister. Her life was not perfect, but whose life is? She had a pretty good life, friends, made quite a lot of money and was a happy young woman. Always in for a good laugh and enjoying her life. She had just moved to a really nice apartment in the 5th district and was happy with her life.
A few weeks later, in the beginning of June, the case took a sinister turn when a cyclist found her t-shirt and one of her earrings near the village of Aspern in Lower Austria, 10 miles from Vienna.
I was cycling along here when I saw something silver in the sunlight. I stopped and went to look what it was. I found an earring and a t-shirt that had been ripped. It seemed strange to me, so I contacted the local police. The t-shirt and the earring were identified as belonging to Susan.
A few weeks later, when the customer of a video rental store in Vienna rented a videotape and wanted to watch it, she was in for a surprise.
I like old movies and videos, that's why I rent one every now and then. That day, I decided to rent Rosso, but when I started watching, it wasn't the movie. There was footage of a girl, here in Vienna. I recognized her as being the missing girl.
We are probably the only video rental store that is left in Vienna. A young man with an American accent became our customer in May. There was nothing suspicious about him and his passport seemed genuine.
The police found out he used a stolen passport for registering as a customer. After looking at the surveillance footage, it seemed that he knew where the camera was and tried to avoid it. The face looked suspiciously like the one linked to the Brandon cases in the United States. Originally, Brandon was thought to be Reid Ryan Allen, born in Poughkeepsie, New York in 1987. However, police found out that he was killed in 2004, before some of the murders took place. He has been linked to at least 22 murders in the United States. After entering the information about the Austrian case into the Europol database, it became clear that Brandon had been linked to other cases in Europe before. The last Brandon case in the United States was in December 2007. It seems that he did not stop killing, but moved to Europe and continued his crimes there. Another possibility is that the European cases are those of copycats. If you know anything about Susan's case or other cases possibly linked to Brandon, please contact your local police authorities.